1 second, y'all. Oh, man. Gonna need you guys to let me know about the audio, please. Once we get here on screen and all that, I'm just still fiddling with it. You'll probably notice when I stop fiddling. There we go. Gosh, isn't that Gyarados dope, fresh? We got the starters. We got an ETB. I know that it's hard to see with this phone right up in the business. Right up in the car's business. Okay, so let me go ahead and say hi to you guys, but also, again, please, if you can, just let me know. Do we need the music a little higher, the voice a little bit higher, you know, that sort of stuff. We got Back to Zero up in here. We got Love Face, Michi, Lisa. What's going on, y'all? Yes, we're gonna get this all started, okay? Thank you guys so much for being here. We're opening this completely fresh with y'all. So there is, basically, I have never seen any of this. I have avoided seeing any of the cards. Now, certain things pop up on Twitter that you can't avoid and stuff like that, you know. But I don't know, for instance, what's all in here. Look at that. Let's Talk Wild says, I don't even collect cards, but I like watching unboxing. Happy Tuesday. Hey, well, I really appreciate it. I totally collect the cards. Back to Zero said everything sounded good. Thank you. You guys, we're going to open just one of the boosters first, okay? Because I need to know the card trick. I think the card trick is going to be different this time. Like normally you would do 4, remember? From the back. This time I think it's going to be different. So we're going to kind of open that first booster as an experiment. Then we'll do maybe the Raid Boss Challenge with our Elite Trainer box. And then for bonus at the end, we'll open the boosters. So yeah, let's do that. Let's kind of get through our like trial opening right here, because I've never done anything Scarlet and Violet cards, you guys. Now, trying to start this stream was a little bit complicated, so I'm sorry. I know some of the mods here know, because I was posting them. I'm like, I'm live, and then I wasn't live. So yeah, I'm sorry. I'm trying. Shambler's up in the chat as well. We got Lena Hatch as well. So you guys, I think we're all set, right? So, you guys in the chat, vote now. Which one do we want to open for our experiment? They're all the same. I just want to know which art y'all want to bust open. So, what are you guys thinking? What are you guys thinking? Should we do Gyarados starters? Here, let me try to type in. Yep, Super A. I saw that. Starters. Miraidon. Or Koraidon pack first. So you guys get to let me know which one you want to bust open, and while that's going on, just know if you are hunting for these yourself, you actually can get some of these at your local card shops. That's where I found it. It's not supposed to release until the 31st, you guys, so this is a few days early. But it looks like Gyarados is the one, you guys, so thank you guys for participating, and I'm going to need y'all's help coming up here soon, but this is going to be our experimental poll. So what we're doing right now is we have to see what the card trick is. We're going to see if it's 1 from the back, 2 from the back, 3 from the back. So we're going to do this completely different than we normally do it. Normally we do the card trick, right? So look at that. It had a Gyarados sleeve, but it's got the starters in the pack, and that's normal. You know, the packs don't always have the same art as the sleeve does. So you could get like a sleeve with, you know, Vivid Voltage, you have Zarude, and then it ends up being Pikachu or something, you know. But yeah, thank you guys. It's nice when everybody's kind of on the same page. Okay, these are difficult to open for somebody like me with bad hands. Oh boy, because Crown Zenith was easy to open. But alright, y'all, so obviously we're busting open the booster. We'll take a little bit from the back right here. So like I said, this is going to be sort of a butchered opening, because I don't know where the hollow is. It looks like it's way back here. You can see that the border is shining kind of way back there. So let's try 1. We got the energy. Now let's see if that... I think it's just 1, you guys. Yeah, because there's a reverse and there's a hollow right in there. So you guys, I think that's going to be the trick, is just literally 1 card, all right? Lisa said, what set is that Moonbreon from? I'm going to blow all my money. So that's Evolving Skies, and a lot of people are looking for Evolving Skies. They want to get it. So Let's Talk Wild is laughing. I think we're ready, you guys. The first thing you're going to notice, of course, if you're not aware, is that they do have these silver borders. So we are now transitioning right here. Look at that. Fue Coco, we do have that promo card. Here it is. So we got this from the Paldea boxes back when they did the collection boxes and things. So yeah, I'm glad that I had that on hand, right? But yeah, there's Fue Coco. Totally cute. Look at this Drowsy. So yeah, this is all going to have very Paldean art. It's going to be great. That's what I'm excited about. I want to see the region represented, but also things like this. Dachshund. Isn't it Dachshund? Right? Kind of like Dachshund. Could be Dachshund, but I think it's when you say it like that, Dachshund. So anyway, Torkoal. We know Torkoal. Scovillain, my friend, Scovillain. Doesn't this come from Capsicid? My Scarlet and Violet knowledge is going to be a little bit off here in some of these, but look at this. We got our reverse holo on Metatite. My friends, he's doing some stretches. I used to do this every day. Okay, not every day. Maybe like once a month. Shuppet as another reverse, and then let's see, our hit today is boom! It's gonna be our Boliva. Look at this, my friend. So that is our first hit. Look at the totally off-centering of that, but it's got to move. Enriching Oil. Hell yeah. So you guys, just making sure the mic's all right. But I am down with Scarlet and Violet. So that was our first one. Not an insane hit, but now we know the card trick, okay? So, what I'm going to need from you guys is to know a few things, but we can still kind of mostly do our same little raid boss thing that we always do, but you just need to know that we'll have a slot for 3 holos. Now, there can be 2 reverses, you know, so you saw that pack we had 2 reverse holos and then our regular holo hit right there. So, let me... Yeah. Okay. So we can still kind of probably stick with our same damage. This is going to be a little bit of a test still just to see how the raid goes. But this is what I do with all of my Pokemon card streams. Let's try to go... This might be too conservative if we do 16 out of 16 on that HP. But yeah, Let's Talk Wild said so pretty. So here, there's just going to be a little bit of preparation going on. I wanted to show you guys, of course, the Elite Trainer box. Now, this is going to be a little bit different ever since it's the inflation Pokemon cards. These now have, I think, 11 packs, so we're going to check that out, okay, when we open that. So please kind of give me a second to just get this all open and show it to you guys. Now we know that the card trick is 1. So anybody out there, if you're trying to do the trick where you have the holo in the back and whatnot, it's literally just 1 card, and it should be the energy first off in most cases. You'll get the energy on that first slot. So hopefully that can save a little bit of headache and heartache for people, right? Right? So yeah, it looks like Lena says, oh, I love Arboliva. Said it comes in clutch. Oh, really? See, this is something that I don't know. You know more about Pokemon than I do when it comes to Scarlet and Violet. Because you done played through the whole thing, Lena. And I appreciate it. You'll have to give us all the tidbits like that. So here, I'm going to try to get this. I know it's kind of hard to do these on this camera because it's so up close. It's so up close to the desk that there's... You got your Scarlet and Violet goodness. Take off the top. Forgive me, I'm a little bit slow. It's okay. Mentally and physically, right? But... the Elite Trainer box always has this kind of like, it looks like a divider. It just kind of divides up the sections of like dice and cards and all that stuff. So look at this. You can see me start opening this up. So let's count the boosters that are in here. It is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's actually only 9. Okay. I was completely wrong. I thought it might have 11 now. Here's our sleeves that we're going to be working with today. I'll show those up right here in one hot second. Right here. So these will be the backside of our cards as well. It's got the gold. So we'll be doing that. I'm about to say hi to some more of you guys. Just 1 second. Just trying to do this without ruining everything. I don't want to get my grubby paws on too much stuff. Only what we have to get. Oh, look at that. You get the Beautimus Koraidon card promo since I have the Koraidon Elite Trainer Box right here. You guys, look at that. Yeah, let's talk wild. That's the cool thing about Elite Trainer Boxes is that whatever the set is will come with its own, like, sleeves. So, you know, we've had, for instance, Brilliant Stars ones. We've had Crown Zenith. We've had a lot of them. Like, here is the Shining Fates sleeves over here. That came from the Shining Fates. It's, you know, got the Gigantamax Eevee. But okay, yeah, there's our promo card. It's really dope. I'm loving that. We're going to set that back in the box for now. And your Elite Trainer box also has the dice and the damage counters and stuff, but it's got these dividers, which are really nice because on one side it's gold-red, the other side it's red-gold. Cool, huh? And of course, Koraidon, the superior of the two. Koraidon. So, you guys, we're about to bust these open, but what I'm going to need from you, since there are 9 packs, maybe we'll go down actually even more. We're going to kind of get a feel for what this is like doing a raid boss challenge. Coming up here. So this is a little bit experimental, as I was saying. What that means is it may be too easy or it may be too hard, but we're about to find out. So you guys, let's bring it down to maybe 12. Let's think about a Pokemon that we would want to fight as a raid boss that would have around 12 HP, and on this damage scale right here, you see me lowering and increasing the size of that text and whatnot. So this is what we do, is we use that scale for damage to then pull out the cards and deal the damage. So this, for instance, that pull that we just did out of that pack, we would have taken this. All of them count for the same, but each one of these would have been 1 damage. So you ideally have to have a few packs that don't do 1 damage, because otherwise you would lose, right? 12 HP, only 9 packs, you know? So we got these 9. And so with that, think about Pokemon that are generally like a tier 1, maybe a tier 2 that has like not a whole lot of HP or something like that, you know, if you think about it. All right, we're seeing Belly Bolt from La Face. That is great input. The only bad part of that input is I may not actually have a Belly Bolt. I have to see if I've got the new GIFs. You know, I like to have a GIF of the boss. We can just search for it if I don't. Yeah, okay, I go up to Gen 8. It looks like... we all stand as one! Holy monkeys! And it's look like we get La Face gonna be subscribing. I really, really damn appreciate it, dude. I really, really do. Thank you so much to La Face. That is so awesome, dude. Seriously, it helps a lot. Sorry, I'm trying to look up. Let's get a Belly Bolt GIF. So we'll grab one of these fools. Do they have a GIF? Well, they've got the back and the front. That is funny. Let's see. Oh my. Here, we'll use this one. This is not going to be in the style of our usual GIFs, but that's okay. So here, watch what I've been getting for you guys on screen here for you. Trying to find it. Here it is. Ah, look at it. Look at that Belly Bolt. Of course, coming from the Paldea region. So it's good. It's, you know, Paldea on Paldea action right here, right? So you guys, we're about to get this started. We're about to get all the polls moving here. I know I'm going damn slow. I know. Just a lot to figure out, right? So, I know some of you guys may not want to see the Scarlet and Violet full card list, but we do need to pick a wild card. So what we might do instead of looking at that is, how about if we pull, let's say, I'm trying to think. It was, okay, here, I'll put it to you guys. You guys can vote on this. Starter as our wild card or legendaries. You vote now. So basically, if we pull a legendary or starters, you guys vote, And whichever one you vote on will be double the points, okay, for the raid scale. So imagine it was like a hollow Koraidon, and we pulled it, it would be 2 instead of 1. So it looks like we're seeing Legendary from Super A Gaming. Lena Hatch said Sprig. I wonder if she's voting starters. But no, LaFace said Legendaries as well. So it may be that we go for the, you know, Koraidon, Miraidon, you guys. So let's do that then. Lisa said there's some cool stuff on Etsy since the card is out of reach. Yeah, Back to Zero said Legendary. But yeah, Lena was the only one saying starters. Okay, so it looks like we're going Legendaries though, Lena. Next time we'll have to do starters, eh? Next time. All right, you guys. So without further ado, let us do this. Let us do it. So I hope everybody's doing okay out there. Please make sure that I count the damage when we get this rolling. But it is time to get it rolling. It looks like Let's Talk Wild was saying we should do starters, but looks like we already got legendaries voted on right here. So you guys will do the legendaries for this one. Yeah. So once again, card trick this time should just be the single card, which is our energy. And let's do it. Here we go, you guys. Here we go. Let me move these packs. Sorry. All right, we're finally doing it. We're finally opening Scarlet and Violet. Look at this card, dude. God, that's so awesome. So I may go a little bit slower because I've never seen these before, you guys. Usually the basics, you know, we go through fast, right? But look at this. Don't know how I feel about the silver borders yet. The gray borders, for example. Man, that Breedlum, gosh. Look at that. Isn't that dope fresh? Normally we look at like a sparkly silvery border and we're like, oh my god, it's gonna be a secret. It's gonna be something amazing. You know, but in this it could just be a hollow. Kilowattrel. We got Mankey as our reverse Clauncher. It's gonna be Clauncher and then Spidops EX. You guys, what? Look at this dopeness. So Back to Zero. This might start our usual discussion of, is it a full art or is it a ultra rare? It's definitely ultra rare. It's got 2 little stars actually on the icon right here. Very cool card, man. Spidops, you guys, and it's the return of EX. So I know that some of you guys know what that is. I did not play the trading card game when they introduced EX cards and V and V-Star and all that stuff, but look at that, you guys. Trap territory up in this piece. Spidops and Clauncher. Okay. So let's do this. God, I love the new cards. I love new cards. So yeah, and you said it looks like an alt. Are you kidding me? If that's an alt, we may need to like give this thing more HP before we keep going. Because if that's an alt, then should we look it up? Oh yeah, you're right. Look at the number. Back to Zero. I didn't even think about that, dude. So yeah, that's definitely a 4 points. Look at that. 233 out of 198. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. What an epic pull, man. That is straight up some alt. Straight up. Damn. You guys, it might be too easy, right? So what's 12 minus 4? Is that 8? Right there. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah. Dude. What a hit. What a hit. Thanks, Back to Zero. I wouldn't have caught that for a long, long time. Maybe never would have caught that until it was too late. So yeah, you guys, we already did 4 damage. I think that means we win. I think we already won. We need to... Should we increase the damage? Should we increase the raid boss's health? It'd be cheating the opposite way, making it harder for us. Should we? But yeah, Let's Talk Wild. He said, you know, I might have to start collecting again. I haven't collected cards, but yeah, exactly. That was me before the Pokemon Go set. When I did the Pokemon Go set, I was like, I gotta get back into this, and my wallet has not been happy. Lisa said, I have some, and a few that are actually worth something. It's still fun. Oh, it's very fun. It's very fun. Yeah. Lisa says, one bad thing I see is the new mods. What? They're bad? The new Pokemon are great. I just love new Pokemon. So, yep, just 1. We don't even do 1, 2, 3 until the 4. He said business expense, doc. It's so funny whenever people say that to me because you still have to spend the money for it. You don't like make it all back or anything as like a tax write-off or anything. Weasel. I mean, it's nice to get some money back. I'll take it, but you still got to pay for it. Lechonk! Look at the good boy, you guys. Look at the good pig. That'll do, pig. That'll do. Let's talk wild. It says they kept the classic artwork off the back of the cards. Yeah, so the back of the cards is still looking, you know, more or less the same. All these years, right? I was not a fan of Team Star. I did not find that they were good villains, you know. I like Team Skull. I like Team Rocket. I don't know. Team Star, you seem like a bunch of pansies to me, you know. Lisa said, why not claim it? I do. I'm saying that you still have to pay for it. Like, you don't just get all the money back, you know. That would be sweet. I would totally consider a tax write-off huge then, but it's not that big. Like, tax write-offs are not huge for you. But look at this. Lechonk! Lechonk! This is awesome. Man, that Dash Bun. There's something cool after this, I think. Something cool. Give it it! Okay, it's Halucha. That's cool, but, like, not the coolest. Man, there's, like, some... Oh, no, that was just a piece of hair that was shining in the... shining in the light. Look at that, you guys. Halucha! So, holla at Halucha. That is going to be 1 point of damage up in this piece. I actually like the way that this reverse on the Dash Bun looks. Yeah. You guys like that? That is nice. So let's make sure, of course, we give it that 1 damage. Boom! Lena Hatch said Team Star was super easy to beat. They were a bunch of turd burglars, you guys. I don't know about them. Alright. Let's Talk Wild says, I love Halucha. They could have made that card better. Maybe there's another Halucha art up in this piece. But yeah, I mean, Halucha. It's a luchador. If we're going to have some Spanish words up in here, shouldn't the Paldea region, you know, let's go big time on it, huh? Yeah, Halucha Shiny is wicked pretty, says Lena Hatch. I agree. I just got it in Pokemon Shuffle. For those who don't know, Pokemon Shuffle, it's a mobile game. It's kind of like Tetris in a way. Like, you link up 3 or more of the same Pokemon icon. It's dope. Yeah, I just got shiny Halucha in that game. Can you guys believe it? Lisa says that's such a cute little guy. She said, speaking of cards. Speaking what of cards? Alright. Just 1 darkness energy. Ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Riolu. That's nice. Look at that. Good old Scatterbug, right? Lisa said, oh, I'll have to get that. Yeah, it's a free mobile app. You can, like, pay to advance it more and stuff, but you really don't need to pay for it. Yeah, Pokemon Shuffle. It's fresh. You just get it on your mobile devices. Picnic biscuit! Hey, boo-boo! Let me go look at that picnic biscuit! Let's do it, you guys. Lisa said, me and Lena? Oh, I bet Lena Hatch would love it. I bet Lena would love it. Bombardier, man. This thing's alright. Bombardier, it gave me some trouble with his long neck and stuff, trying to come and get me. Spupa! Being like Steve Harvey. Show me Spupa! Okay. Drowsy. So we got a reverse holo of that Drowsy we saw earlier, and then boom, paint that EX! Ladies and gentlemen, look, it's got all the shine. Isn't that awesome? So this is like the Mimikyu card that we got. Yeah, I got that right here. So the Mimikyu collection box, if you guys recall. This actually, on the Jumbo promo, it has all these little stars, kind of like this one. So I don't know what constitutes having all those stars or not. It's not EX because our Spidops didn't have it, unless maybe that's because it's an alt. But that is some really cool hollow shine right there. Look at that, you guys. Hell yeah, Love Face is saying hype. And of course, Let's Talk Wild said, hell yeah. Dude, that's awesome. So, this, though, probably constitutes, well, back to 0. I wonder if that's an ultra rare. Look at that. It's got the 2 stars right here. So back to 0. Maybe we need a special rule for EX. I don't know. We got to figure that out. How much damage would that deal? Because if it's not going to be an ultra rare, then that's just going to be 1 point of damage, I would say. It's not full art or anything like that. Well, I was drowsy in Asiado Desert. It's in Asiado because, well, maybe it's got a small chance of being there. I don't remember if it spawns there, to be honest. So, you guys, Lisa is now no longer a mod because of what she just said. We're going to ban her out of all chats. So, mods, you can turn on her. My favorite evil team is Team Rocket, especially the original, like from the anime and from the Red and Blue games, you know. You gotta love Team Rocket. Now, when you talk Team Go Rocket, you could just say, pfft. Okay, back to 0 said, I think it is just an ultra rare. They might have just changed the rarity icon from, yeah, we could look. The problem is I don't want to see the entire list of cards. Let's see. I don't want to see every card. Does it have the rarity symbols on here? Yeah, I don't want to be spoiled on these cards. Look, we're already looking at cards. Huh. I don't know if we'll get to see. I mean, yeah, it looks like... See, there's our Spidops. It's got the 2 stars. I know I'm already spoiling some cards. Yeah, back to 0 might just be a 2-pointer for us, I think. Dude, EX is not going to be 5 damage Super 8 game, and we'd finish every raid boss unless we gave him a crap ton of HP. We finish it hardcore. But yeah, I don't see the 2 stars, actually. But it might be their new ultra rare instead of having silvery stars. Does it not have, like, anything that explains that? Look at me being a noob. Alrighty, guys. So we'll count it as an ultra rare for now. We're going to see if, in the coming days, maybe we learn something. Maybe we learn something new. But yeah, we'll count that. I mean, I think it's supposed to be intended to be, like, kind of more rare. Like, I don't think that's exactly like a common holo. So let's do it. We'll give it the 2 damage right there. 5 HP. We'll see. But if it was any question, of course, when we got that Spidops on our first pull, then we knew we were going to win after that because the math. There were 8 packs left, but it didn't have 8 HP, right? Alrighty. If y'all wanted to see the art on this pack, of course, get your lovely Scarlet and Violet, your legendaries on the packs. Sometimes you have that Gyarados terrestrialized. Alrighty. So here we go, you guys. Next one, look at that! Varoom! Boom, boom, Varoom. That is awesome Magikarp art, dude. Look at that. You see all the Magikarps, like, hopping in and out of the water and stuff? They're all at the top. Dude, that is amazing. I am loving that. Yes, baby. Look at the Magnemite. Tarantula. So many people say this thing's name wrong. I don't get that. It's just like tarantula, but tarantula because it's round. They're like tarantula. Some people just straight up call it tarantula. I'm like, no, it's tarantula. Like, shouldn't it be easy? Anyway, Medicham. And would you look at that? Quaxwell. I was about to say Quaxley. XP share. Here we go, Magikarp. It's the reverse holo of that card that I love, so that is fantastic. And of course, if you guys are seeing, you know, when I talked about the reverse holos having this cool pattern and stuff, kind of looks like that plaza, you know, in town. It's kind of neat. And of course, if you didn't see it, it's got the typing. So there's the water type. But like right here, for instance, for Fidough, We got the psychic typing right there. And then blammo, it's Professor's Research. And we got Professor Hot Stuff, you guys. Turo. So you got Professor Turo up in this piece. And that is just going to count as our regular straight up holo. But yeah, Professor's Research, for those who don't know about the TCG, this is something I've learned over the years, is that there's a Professor's Research for like every set that's different, but I think they all do this, don't they? Don't they all discard your hand and draw 7? But yeah, you get like one with Professor Oak. You know, Pokemon Go had Professor Willow. It's pretty cool. So there's always a Professor's Research, and now we've got Turo. Let's talk wilds, like Professor Hot Stuff. Laughing at that. Dude, he is hot. I mean, look at that chiseled jaw. Damn. Turo. So here we go. Turo. And of course, for those who wanted to know the tidbits of information, it's now old news because Scarlet and Violet have been out for enough time. But Turo, it's supposed to be like futuro, you know, future, the Spanish word. And of course, Sada, that's the name of the, on Scarlet, the professor there. And she is like pasada, past, you know, so past and future. Pretty cool. We'll get a look at this booster art real quick. Look at that. Gyarados. Pretty amazing. Terastallized up in there. Alright. Let's get our psychic energy. Let's do it. Looks like Absinthe Mind Matt is back up in here. We got Spriggy Eggs, you guys. Spriggy Azalea. Guess I don't have my hollow Spriggy Eggs up in here. Do I? Yes, I do. I'm trying to get it out of this stack. Here it is. So we got Spriggy Azalea right there. This is the other art. I do have both of them, but this is the one that's out right now. You guys. But yes, if we had picked our starters, we'd be getting our wild card. But we don't need the wild card bonus, you guys. We're going to win. Yeah, Absent Mind Matt says, I'm intending on buying a box of that this week. Well, dude, they'll be out everywhere on Friday, but these I got at a local card shop, and so apparently everybody's LCSs, that's where you go for them. Evidently as of like yesterday. So anyway, Satotl, you guys. But yeah, Lena Hatch and Absinthe Mind Matt, yeah. Spriggy Eggs is the best one. Srigatito. Hypno. It's kind of crazy, all the grass is going up around him. The beach court. Oh, yeah. I had an Arlo joke in there, but it had cursing, and I don't want to curse on this stream, this particular one. That's kind of funny. We get Santa Cabra, and then you get Silicovra right here as our reverse. Boom, Spriggy Eggs. Gonna be our reverse. And then, where's the hit? Houndstone, ladies and gentlemen, Houndstone. Isn't that fresh? Look at that Houndstone. Man, the centering has been terrible on all these cards. That's what happened at my Crown Zenith. Is like the first ones that were printed. For some reason, the borders, the centering was way off, man. Look at that. It's like hugely on this side and then tiny on this side. What's up with that? Let's Talk Wild says, my Santa Cobra don't want none unless you got buns, huh? Lisa said, that is so cute. Wild. My Santa kinda don't. That'd probably be the better one, right? Instead of Silicobra. My Santa kinda don't. My Santa kinda don't. Alright, you guys. You can do side-ins or sit-ups, but please don't lose that. I guess we could say butt, right? Lena says, I love that song. Alright, you guys. We got the starter art on this pack. Look at that. Did I count the damage, by the way? Did anybody see? Did I give it the 1 damage? Even if I didn't, we'd still win. We just need to see if we win early. Do we win before all of them? But yeah, did I count that damage? For the Houndstone? Anybody? You guys seriously, y'all not paying attention to me? Okay. I need someone watching me. Lisa says nope, so I didn't count the damage, or you're saying nope, you didn't pay attention. So there's the basic energy. Pokemon Catcher. Clauncher. Dolliv, you guys. Wouldn't it have been better if Smoliv would turn into Smoil? That's what I think. You get Smoliv Smoil. That would have been great. But here's Quaxley, you guys. The least best starter. Looks like Absent Mind Matt is going to be throwing. He says, last 10 days have been a challenge for me, so spreading some love to Dr. Kendall. Thank you, Absent Mind Matt! I really do appreciate it. Okay, that's fine if you didn't know the number, Lisa. All I needed to know was whether I counted or not. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. He's going down with the super chat. I really appreciate it. And then McNinian says, how's it going, Doc? It's going pretty good, man. We got this Scarlet and Violet, the new cards, up in this piece. Now, I want to get y'all's opinion. Did y'all like that they did this? It's, what do they call that? The Convergent Evolution? Or whatever, but, you know, where it was like they had Wiglet. They had Toadstool. You guys remember that? So basically what that means is it looks like Tentacool, but it's not even related to Tentacool in any way. You know, Wiglet was not actually related to Diglett. They just looked like it. So there's Cyclizar. Not quite a legendary for our wild card, but it's cool. Vitality Band. Look at that Toxel. He's got his tongue out like, just give me some rain. Let's Talk Wild says he likes it. Pineco up in this piece. Pine. Keezy. Here comes the hit. Here come the judge. Rivavroom is Revavroom, you guys. Look at this fool. And again with that bordering, man, it's just way off right here. Look at this side is way huge. This side is way small. Wow, they really... They messing up that bordering like crazy. But it always happens. It must always happen, at least. I don't mean to say it will always happen, but it must always happen with the first few prints, you know, the first few ETBs. So yeah, look at that. Lisa said, oh, that's right. And so it's not a Tentacool. It's not a Tentacool. It just looks basically just like one. Of course, it walks on land. Rivavroom. Everybody was always like, so they just made a car, and it's a Pokemon. It's an engine. Yep. Lisa's like, yeah, they are. That border is... So we're putting our main hits in the Scarlet sleeves. Our reverse hollows are just put in the clear penny sleeves. But for those who missed it, look at that. Isn't that cool? That's on the other side of the sleeve. Very nice, huh? Let's Talk Wild says it's the one that left the water and decided for land life. Ye land lovers! Lisa said, oh, that's frightening. Oh, that's frightening. All right. But yeah, Matt loved that evolution. Jojo Ninja's up in this piece saying, yo! What's up, Jojo? See, guys, we got the opposite end here. Scarlet and Violet. We got our little Violet. Good doggo. All right. So, fire energy. Here we go. We're going to beat this raid boss very soon, you guys. But yeah, Jojo was saying, hey, we got our new Scarlet and Violet cards up in this piece. Go to your local card shops right now to get them early. Magikarp. Once again, that is like the best Magikarp art we've had in a while. It is. Magnemite. Tarantula once again. And here's Katie. Okay, Katie. Karen. Staraptor. An electric generator. I need that living in Texas during the winter, evidently. Krogunk. And Quaxley Reverse. We're getting our starters as reverses. And then Quaquavel, ladies and gentlemen, is Quaquavel. It's like Aqua. It's like Quack, you know. All that stuff. Look at that. Quaquavel. Quaquaval. Pretty cool. The least cool, though, of all the starters and Evos. I'm telling you guys. Hey, and it looks like over on the Twitch side, we got WD Michael up in this piece. What's going on, brother? We are on Twitch and YouTube today, you guys. Check this out. Blammo. Quaquavel. Would someone say it that way? See, this is the thing. When a new game is out, if they would make them all, like Espanol, if they were all in Spanish pronunciation, I think it would be easier to do the pronunciations, right? But being that they probably don't do it on all of them. Yeah, I know. But yeah, Lena Hatch said, hey, you. Is Map Man up in this piece? What's going on, brother? And then we got Bilal and Cod said, raids are easy with each pack having a holo now. To me, that doesn't make it any different, Bilal, is that even before and now, a holo still just counts as one, right? So you're still having to look for the big hit. What did make it easy was that we got an alt art on our first pull, which is this Spidops EX right up in here, you guys. That's what made it definitely nice and easy. We also gave our raid boss only 12 HP today. But yeah, it actually is not helping, I would say, in terms of, like, we just get 2 reverses and a regular holo most of these packs. Like, we are now on the 8th pack right here. We're now on the 8th pack, you guys. So it definitely has not really increased any chances, I guess, or any odds. And we did actually adjust. You know, I said, let's go with an easy raid boss. We're going Belly Bolt right now. So I did want something kind of easy, since this is like a little bit experimental, because I thought of that exact same thing. I was thinking, like, in my head, yeah, is it going to be different? Like, are we going to have this just like massive hits? But no, it hasn't really seemed to change things too much. So here we go, you guys. Boom. But yeah, Map Man said, hey, you Kendall, what's going on, brother? How have you been? You looking for these? You looking for the Scarlet and Violet cards? Wow, look at that background. It's kind of nice. Kind of nice. But yeah, let's talk wilds, right? Belly Bolt getting beat. It's about to get beat. So this was my first shiny in Scarlet and Violet. It was a little Flittle. Me and Back to Zero were in that stream, and we both were like, wait, is that a shiny? And I went up, and we collided with it. Sure enough, the little sparkles came out, because it really looks the same. It just has the green instead of purple. Toxtricity. One of the coolest Pokemon, man. Look at that. It's going to be in that, like, cave. That's where you always see it. Mousehold! You gotta love these little fools. Mousehold. Oh, yeah. Crocalor. That is a dope card. It's a dope Pokemon, too. Now, a lot of people probably just say Crocalor. When I get into the Spanish pronunciation, it starts to... I take it too literally. Crocalor. Cacnea. That's actually making a Cacnea card look dope fresh. And now I'm seeing actually a different border in the middle. So this is where you might get your hits now, you guys, is in the middle. Every single card so far in this ETB has had reverse and then another reverse. But look at this. Blammo, yep, there's going to be Jacques. Ladies and gentlemen, look at that. That is straight up like alt or secret or something. Look at that. 250 out of 198 when the number is higher on that side than it is over there. That means you're looking at some kind of alt or secret art, I guess. Secret, probably rare. And then, of course, Cloth, you guys. You can't discount Cloth, man. I wanted a Cloth card, at least one, and I get it. So that was the banger pack right there, you guys. So look at that, Jacques. That is so fresh. That is so dope. And that is going to defeat the raid boss early, right here in the raid boss challenge. Blammo. That would deal normally 4 whole damage points, but it's only got 2 left, so... So we done did it before we're even done, because we got 1 pack left in the ETB after this. But look at that. That is fresh. Freshness incarnate. And Cloth. You gotta love Cloth. Lena Hatch said that shiny is Pissa. I'm assuming she's talking about Cloth. If I'm talking Lena speak, I gotta give it the accent. Cloth. But anyway, yeah, Cloth is dope fresh. That's one of the best new Pokemon for sure. I mean, you gotta love Spriggy Egg, Spriggy Azalea. You gotta love it, but Cloth, man, Cloth. He's just dope magic. And this Cagnia actually looks really fresh just because that art right there goes really well with the green on the reverse. It's just really colorful, you know? Like, that is like Paldea in my mind. You know, you got the pumpkins, you got some flowers. Look at that building, the architecture. Like, that is a very Paldea kind of card. Because obviously Cagnia came before that, so anytime you can kind of take an existing Pokemon and make it very fitting with the region, yeah. Let's Talk Wild says, I just caught a shiny cloth a couple of days ago. But Lisa saying he looks like he will pinch you. Some little gnat. Is there a gnat Pokemon? What would that be? Venonat. It's in the name. Doesn't look like a gnat, though. That'd be closer to like a cutie fly or something. I don't know. Lisa said, in Scarlet? Oh, you like Cagnia? Lena Hatch says, I got one not too long ago. Wicked cool. So there's our booster art right now. That last pack, man, was a banger. It was totally banging. Alrighty, guys. So let's see what we get out of this piece. That was nice. I like that. Jacques card. Clauncher. Doll. Lisa said gnats. Dude, why all the Quaxleys? Anyway, there's Wug Trio. You get the Wiglet. You get the Wug Trio. Wiglet, Wiglet, Wiglet. Here come the judge. You guys get the joke? Instead of wiggle, 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 it's wiggle, 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 wiggle. That's what it'd be. Mischief. Holy what? You guys. It's another like 4 damage card. Dude, that is so cool. Look at that Drowsy, man. Look at that. And Palmot. God, that is awesome. The last 2 packs and the first one were the bangers, man. Look at that. Drowsy! And so that would have been another 4 damage because look at that number. 210 over 198. Man. Dude, forced sleep. That's what I need every night for bed since I'm an insomniac. You can like hardly see the art though there. But yeah, this is kind of reminiscent of like, you know, the golden Arceus level art, you know, back in Crown Zenith there. Maybe you can see it more right here. See, when you turn like this, you can like hardly even see that there's just like a light shining on it. Beautiful, you guys. Let me hold it more still. At an angle like this, you can see. So like Drowsy doesn't care. Everybody else is looking at something. They're like, "What? We're gonna die." Drowsy's just like, "Would you guys all shut up so I can go to sleep?" Look at that. But yeah, Let's Talk Wild says, sleep on a park bench. Sam, I'm an insomniac too. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for you, man. And yes, JoJo, it is gonna be fresh on. I call it Zelda TikTok because it's like TOTK, looks kind of like talk. So I don't know, I just call it Zelda TikTok, but yeah, Totic instead of BOT divs. Oh wait, we've been putting our hollows in this, just the reverses and the penny sleeves. So yeah, we'll do the hollow right here. So cool, man. You guys, what dope fresh cards we got. All the better to eat you with, my dear. Isn't that fresh, you guys? But yeah, JoJo was saying sweet, Lena saying damn, Lisa saying woo. We done killed it, man! Rocking that raid boss in a 1-2 punch. We are the victors, ladies and gentlemen. Blah, blah, blah. So we got our belly bolt. That's a wonderful job, you guys. We do get to open another booster just for fun, but it's not going to be related to the raid boss. We're going to quickly go over our bangers, our hits, and everything. So we will review everything we just got in case you just now joined us, you guys. We'll do it quick, so don't worry. I'm going to go nice and fast, and I'll put them in the pile. So yeah, you know, we got Palmot, Mischief, Cagnia. That's probably like our best reverse other than the Magikarp. Probably our best reverse holo in my opinion. In that Croagunk. Beautiful. Bartek said, hey, can I get your advice? I did 4 Sierra battles today. Got no Shadow Beldums. So yeah, Shadow Beldum is now gone, man. I'm sorry to be the one to break that news to you, but I guess it was as of what, Saturday? Wasn't that the day it all switched over? Anyway, yeah, so no more Beldums, unfortunately, my friend, but the good news for you there is that if you do intend to keep playing Pokemon Go kind of in a more long-term sense, then you will actually be able to get Beldum again because they bring that fool back kind of often, man. So Bartek, it's very likely that either Arlo or Sierra is going to have Beldum at some point because there was a pass where Arlo had it, there was another pass where Sierra had it before, and now this is like the 3rd time. But yeah, we did stream for Lugia yesterday, you guys. I hope that some of y'all got the Lugia. Should be in all regions now, though, of course. So you guys get your shinies, get your hundos, your Lugia goodness. It's all good, Bartek, man. Happy to answer for you, but I'm sorry to break the news. We're just reviewing the cards that we pulled, though, for anybody that just now joined the stream. This is all the stuff that we got out of an Elite Trainer box, and it was the Scarlet, of course, with our good old Koraidon. Look at that, Arboliva. It's kind of like Bolivia, huh? But yeah, Dodge Bun. It's showing us the buns. Some of these reverses were really cool, especially the Magikarp. I really like the cloth. Hey, we got Ted Detective up in this piece. Coming in right as we beat the raid boss Ted Detective. But no worries, I'm still opening some bonus stuff. It's just not for the raid boss. But yeah, we got a Quaxly reverse. We're also just going over all the hits, all the pulls. Toxel. And this was cool because the Bayonet EX, can't really see it in the sleeve as much. But yeah, you can see it has the shiny like stars in a certain light. So yeah, that's cool, that's cool. We got Rivervroom. That was a good one. Halucha. But yeah, Ted, it's going pretty good, man. I had my therapy session today, you guys, before this. And then I made the trek out to a local card shop. Go to your smaller, kind of local card shops and stuff. That's where you're going to find Scarlet and Violet early. Lechonk. It's so cute. Ted said, yay, still congratulations. We beat the raid boss 3 times the past 2 weeks. Thanks for keeping track, because that is good data to have. We need to know if we need to make these harder or easier. And this was a little bit experimental because I was like, hey, there's going to be like 3, whether it's reverse holos, reverse holo, hit, holo, etc. So, you know, there was some question as to how the points would get figured out. The fact that there's more holos in a pack or guaranteed or whatever does not actually change things too much. The thing that made this really easy was we set the raid boss at 12 HP, but also that we got all these bangers. Here, let me show you that first. Quaquabble. But yeah, we got all this. So the first pack that we opened was this fool. And you see the number is higher than the other number, 223. So yeah, this is like some kind of secret. So yeah, it's all the secrets that we got that really took it over the edge, other than we made the boss have 12 HP, which is kind of small when you have 9 packs. 250 right there. So see, we got this Jacques card. It's yet another kind of secret or whatever. Trainer gallery. And then this one, I mean, look at that. Straight up like alt or secret rare as well. Look at that, man. That Drowsy was such a cool card. Again, the number higher on that side. So that's really what pushed it over the edge. But like I say, we could probably make the raid bosses harder now, even if we have 9 packs or so. But not too much. It doesn't change things too drastically. So you guys, I'm going to have y'all pick. Do we open the starters? Let's see. Starters. Koraidon or Miraidon pack? Vote now. Yeah, Ted says these are really awesome cards. I see also, apart from the border, they changed the background for where the attacks are. I guess I didn't even think about that. The other thing that they changed is, like, for instance, reverses, you know, have this pattern. So it kind of looks like the Plaza artwork. Yes, thank you, phone. We'll get a cord in you so you can stop complaining. The phone is like, it's too much. Just getting the charging cable in. But, yeah, so the reverses all have that different art. So that's one thing to look at. Also, of course, we mentioned the stars. You know, for instance, on that bayonet, it had the stars on it. And so, yeah, there's a few differences, too, to see in every card. But it looks like Lena said Koraidon, Super A said Koraidon, but then Let's Talk Wild said Miraidon, JoJo said starters. And so, yep, I think it looks like Koraidon gonna win out of, just barely, right? Just barely. So you guys want this fool? We'll open that pack. And it doesn't really matter. I mean, like, what's inside is not dependent on the sleeve that we pull. I'm just asking you guys for, yeah, no. Just for fun, essentially. There we go. Let's put y'all's chat on stream. There you go. So, yep, we'll open our Scarlet Fool. Once again. By a mere 1 vote win. And of course, the inside pack is going to be a Gyarados art. So, alrighty, guys. Let's see it. These are a little bit harder to open if you're trying to save the pack integrity. Crown Zenith, they just open easy. But, yeah. Whoa! And, of course, Ted, anybody else that's just coming in, your card trick is no longer 4 from the back. You just do 1. It's your energy, and that's it. So you just got to count 1, and that's going to do it for any card opening that want to have the, like, little card trick. Alrighty, guys, let's pray. Hope and pray. Squavit. Hate Squavit. Hate Greedent. And there we go. We don't have Charcadet today. Look at that. Charcadet. We got the other Lechonk art. Not the one where he's like in the drinking the water and stuff. Saw this earlier. It looks kind of cool with the realistic backgrounds and stuff. Cetitan. We did get Citadel earlier. So now we rolling with Cetitan. We got Flaffy. Show me Flaffy. Youngster. Annoying. Oh, I totally want the Paldean Tauros, please. Wiglet, pretty cool. We don't have this reverse yet. Look at that. Wiglet, Wiglet, Wiglet. So this one's going to be 2 reverses and a holo. So it looks like Buizel. Didn't we already pull that, I think, today? Look at this, you guys. Get the Charcadet earlier. Now we get the Armor Rouge. Very nice. Who's calling it Armor Rogue? Don't do it. It's Armor Rouge. That's some cool art, man. That is some cool art. Nice. Ted Detective's like, card trick change. That's nice, I guess. It doesn't matter to me, but yeah. Maybe if somebody doesn't want to have to count to 4, they can just count to 1. Lazy. Just kidding. But yeah. Armor Rouge. He said nice French. Yeah, I don't do French. I don't do French very well. Les besoins de papier toilette. Alright. Bilal and Card says card trick matches Japanese now with the packs of 10. Okay. I did not know that. Thanks for letting me know. So yes, that was our Paldean adventure, you guys. Got a lot of new-ish. I mean, it's all new for me. But, again, those secrets, those alts, I mean, that was just banging. I'm going to actually use these for an upcoming video. So I'm saving holding on to those right now. Saving those. Did just want to tell you guys I have some other stuff that I wanted to open. Going back to regular cards, though. Regular. Wanted to open this, so... The only card that ball, tin, that I was missing was the level ball right here. We're gonna go ahead and pop this just to see what's inside, eh? So we'll pop it, Alright. Wow. This is taking a lot longer than I intended to open that. But yes, Super A level up. Okay. That was a lot of resistance. So we'll see what's inside. I don't know what packs come in this one. It's J21. I don't think that that's a good code. Okay, it has Evolving Skies. So let's pray for Moonbryon, right? So it does have Evolving. Looks like we get the Eevee coin out of that one. Eevee. Alright. But now we have our level ball tin. It's going to go back there behind me with all the other tins that are balls. Just like balls go on Arlo's face. Roasted. Alright. So, you guys, the other cool thing is this has Chilling Rain and Fusion Strike. But the thing about Chilling Rain is that I think now it's out of print. And so maybe like once in a while there will be some Pokemon Center kind of back stock or whatever that they put back up on the site and whatnot. But now you'll see like maybe a few more of these in stores, and then I think it's going to become pretty scarce. So the value of Chilling Rain possibly going to shoot up. Let's do the Evolving Skies last to hope for a Moonbryon, you guys. Let's hope for the Moonbryon. But this is going to be a little bit wonky because we're going to see some yellow borders again. You know, we got to start getting used to the fact that yellow borders are no longer the thing. And we got to do the old card trick, not the new. Otherwise, we'll be ruining it. Okay. So here we go. A little bit of new, now a little bit of old. So we got Caitlin. Lucky Energy. All right, we need some of that Lucky Energy to get some good. Galarian Chestplate. Snover. Sneasel. Squirrelix. Porygon. Ladybug Thwacky. And then Blissey. I actually don't have this card. That is nice, but once again getting ruined by the borders. Look at that. Dude, the centering is terrible on this. Look at that. It's just awful. This side over here on the left is very long. Or very short, I should say. And then this one a lot more. Wow. That's all right, though. We're going to hang on to that. Let's sleeve it up. But, yep, Lena Hatch wants the Moonbryon. I want the Moonbryon. You guys, we all need Moonbryon. You can stand under my Moonbryon. Bryon, eh. Under my Moonbryon. And Thwacky, the most goofy-looking middle spot in starter evolutions ever. Does that not look a goof? All right. So let's go with the fusion coming up next. Let's do it. All right. I don't know, Super A. That sounds craziness. Tad Detective said, we want Moonbryon after that last hunt for Moonbryon failed. I think most hunts for Moonbryon fail, but hey, it could happen today. I mean, do you see? We got like 3 secret rare level pulls in that ETB, so I mean, maybe. This is Fusion Strike, ladies and gentlemen. Fusion Strike, a few hits. I'm not crazy about the set compared to others. Grimmsnarl, I think I do have that card, as well as Sidley, to be honest. Sydney was my dad's name. Sydney? I think it was spelled S-Y. I cannot recall. I think it was S-Y, but I'm not sure, to be honest. Didn't know him that well. He kind of took it upon himself to not be in my life that much as a grandfather. He lived in Florida. Most of my life, at least. He was a New Yorker. New York Jew. I come from Jews, right? That was my dad's side of the family. So this is the Evolving Skies. It had the Umbreon on the cover. So what does that mean? What does that tell us? Will we get Moonbreon? Lantern. Fletchy. Bagon. Let Bagons be Bagons, you guys. Let Bagons be Bagons. Lotad, and then it's going to be definitely not a Moonbreon. That's probably one of the farthest things from Moonbreon, except it is dark. So it's not one of the farthest. But yeah. Lisa said, the New Yorker Floridian. I'm actually shocked mine didn't end up there. Arizona. Yeah, the thing is that he was, so this was my grandfather, right, on my dad's side. Him and his dad escaped the Holocaust. And so, yeah, there is that. So they had like a fine lace business. And they had to start it all over in the States. Went to New York, because I think a lot of Jews did go to New York. There was a lot of paths of entry, of course, Texas being one of them. But in general, I think there was a big Jewish population influx in New York at that time. And so they had a really hard time trying to accommodate the business to American needs and means and stuff, so it didn't go so well. They lost that business pretty much. Then my dad's dad, the guy that I'm talking about, Sydney, he became a door-to-door salesman. As my dad lived on Long Island, with his mom, who took her own life. I think my dad was about 15? Can't remember what age my dad was. My dad was pretty young, though, when his mother died. She was a British woman. This was the first point in the lineage of my dad's family line that they married a Shiksa broad, because he got with the Shiksa, a non-Jew. And so it was this woman from England who terribly missed the home country, terribly missed her home in England. But yeah, so ultimately they got together, and that kept it from being a 100% Jewish line. But imagine if my dad then married a Jewish woman, and then what would I have to do? I probably would have to marry a Jew, wouldn't I, to keep the 100% bloodline? So no, I'm basically 1/4 Jewish, and it comes from kind of, I guess, mostly German Jews, because there are several other Jews and stuff, but yeah, a little bit there. Ted Detective says it went from a happy story to a full dark story. Yeah, I mean, there wasn't too much happy in it to begin with, I guess, because I was like, okay, well, I have this grandfather who didn't really want to be in my life, and then, yeah, he escaped from the Holocaust, so there was no good here, really. Lena Hatch said, damn, Doc, did you do Ancestry? That's awesome, you know that stuff. I knew that stuff before Ancestry, but I did Ancestry, yes, I did that actually for my wife. For Valentine's Day, we each got our test. And so I can't claim it, but I know that Lisa's got some Native American in her. There was a bear clan or bear tribe, basically the North Carolinian like lineage of Native Americans. And again, I can't claim it because this is how, for those who don't know, and I'm sorry if you're done with cards or whatever, I don't mind if you leave. We're just on story time now. I finished opening all the cards. But yeah. The thing is that, like, when you're doing the Ancestry and you're giving your, genetics on over to that, you're going to get some of it, but when it gets so diluted, like, you got to imagine there was just like one smidgen of Native American in my lineage, you may not actually inherit that gene. It's just in your like family's history or whatever, but it gets so bred out, if that makes sense, down the lines of lineage or whatever, that like I don't get it on that side. I think it was on my mom's side going way back, like we're just talking so far back. Oh my gosh. I mean, when you talk about Native Americans, a lot of the times if you're talking about that, there's a brutal history there too, and it can get bred out, you know. So this person, again, her name was it says Clara Green, but I'm assuming that might have been Clara or Clara, you know, however they pronounce it, and it might have even had a different name when you go into Native American, you know, and stuff like that. But yeah, it ended up being Green, but I think her original name was Bear, and so it was, again, the Bear, like, tribe or Bear clan lineage from back then. Now, on my dad's side, again, it was like 100% Jewish until his father. There was this dude named Ralph, and my wife is always talking about Ralph because he's, like, incredibly hot. So there was like this incredibly hot Jewish dude, and the picture that they have of him is like so mysterious because like half of his face, he's like the Phantom of the Opera or something. It's like half of his face is not in light, so cameras back then also captured light differently. So, you know, how the lens got lighting might have been a little bit slower and different, and that it would be more commonplace that like the light could kind of look half and half, but it totally adds to the mysteriousness of his hotness. And so my wife says, he looks like you, but like back then, it's like you more Jewish and like half his face, you know, so he kind of looked like me, but his name was Ralph. And my dad always used to say Ralph when he burped. So my dad would burp really loud and be like, Ralph, you know, when he burped. I said, Dad, why do you always say Ralph when you burp? And he said, I had this Uncle Ralph who was the funniest guy ever. He was like the funniest man he'd ever met, and that's why he did it, because when he burped he thought it was funny, so he'd say Ralph because it just worked really good. Ralph. But I think it was that guy. Now there might have been other Ralphs or whatever. I thought that Ralph that my wife was talking about that was hot was from further back, but it might have been that guy now that I think about it. So yeah. Anyway, Shambler said my grandmother escaped Cuba with her parents. There you go. Like, there was the, you know, El Mariels, like the Merrill boat lift. You got to think like Sierra Maestra. Like, there was probably a lot of where Cubans and a lot of people say, oh, okay, Cuban, they must be in Florida now. Well, that's because that was like a major port of entry, you know, right, for Cuba, and they brought them over in the Merrill boat lift. And so there was definitely some kind of, I guess it's not really getting rid of the regime of like Castro, but, you know, the Castro regime and stuff like that was going on. So certainly could be an interesting history there from Shambler, you know. Do you know more about it, Shambler, or was it kind of easy? Like easy story or not really? I mean, you say it escaped Cuba, so it might be kind of that story of like the Merrill boat lift or something. And like, of course, the people, when they arrived, they were looking at El Mariels as like scum, you know. They were like looking at you like kind of with different, yeah, okay, Shambler went on Ancestry. Lena Hatch says we came over before the Mayflower from England, and that's like a lot of my mom's side. They have some of those, like some of the earliest like settlers or whatever, but they were all like poor farm people. And so I'm actually kind of happy because I didn't see really any like dark past. You know, you think like, especially if you've got like these, it can get a little bit messy, especially with like the British and stuff like that from owning slaves and whatnot. But all of my family seemed to be like really poor farm people, you know, on my mom's side. They were like some of the like people that would have been, I guess, in the original 13 colonies or whatever. But yeah, there's like Scottish in there, so I got a little bit of Scotsman, had some English, kind of got a lot of everything from that side, from my mom's side. But again, my dad's side was like so heavily just 100% Jewish until, of course, he got with the Shicks abroad. But yeah, Shambler was saying, you know, I also knew my grandma came here when she was 3. So Shambler says, I believe my great-grandfather had a job in America so they could come here. He was a tradesman, I think a plumber. Okay. So that's pretty cool. So he probably, I guess it sounds like if you're saying that he helped facilitate that, maybe it was a little bit easier on them, just in comparison to what I was talking about earlier. Like if you come in, you know, on Sierra Maestra, any of that kind of story of escaping that Castro regime and whatnot. But Lena said, my family settled a bunch of the coast in Mass. We have our cemetery a few towns over. It's nuts. She said, oh, yes, a ton of gingers. So some of the Irish, maybe. But Lisa said, that's so cool. I love the old cemeteries. There was a guy, I guess his name was Sam. I think it was... I don't remember which last name it was, but I guess I shouldn't give that anyway. But like Sam, he was this guy on a farm that died from a cat. There was just some wild cat that bit him. And back then, rabies was like a big thing, right? So rabies killed that dude. But yeah, Oren Slater is up in this piece. He says, wow, I'm here on the YouTube side today. Well, I appreciate it. I know you may come for some cards, but we actually just finished. And now we're talking about family ancestry because I was talking about... randomly my Jewish side on my dad's side. But yeah, if anybody wants to see them, I can just spread some of these cards all over the place. We had some major hits on the Scarlet and Violet. We definitely got some like secret level rares. Like, look at that. You know, that's crazy. But yeah, Lena Hatch, maybe Cat Scratch Fever. I think you got bit. I think you done got bit. But yeah, look at that Spidops, you guys. Totally fresh. Lisa said there was a point where you could get your name on the Statue of Liberty. She said, so we did that since they came over that way. Oh. But Love Face said, off topic, but are you familiar with San Antonio's Fiesta event? I actually am not. I'm surprised because San Antonio was kind of like a hop, skip, and a jump, you know, for me. So I usually know a lot about what's going on in San Antone, but no, I don't know that. The Fiesta? Do you know about it, Love Face? Do you know about it? Let's see. Shambler said, I do know my relatives had property that was just taken from them because of the government. Yeah, so that, there you go, Sham. So that probably, if it was the same relatives, like from Cuba and whatnot, like I said, if it was around that time with the Castro regime, like if they were escaping that particularly, again, it was like they were looking at people as like scum, you know, that came from Cuba. And that was actually, if you know Pitbull, like Pitbull's family came from that. Like Pitbull, his mom, I think, was kind of escaping that, and her mother. And so Pitbull actually like kind of started by doing falsemity. Like that's like the Elvis Presley of Cuba, you know? So like he was doing that, I think, in Florida. La Face said, where's the P.O. box info? Lisa's actually been putting it on the YouTube, but not doubling up on the Twitch. Let's see if I can maybe just copy hers. Here. There it is. There's the information for that. So I'll keep it here for a little while so you can write it down if you want to, or screenshot it or whatever. But yeah, we're learning about everybody today. Let's see. So Lisa said, you know, on the Statue of Liberty, you could get your name engraved on it if you'd come through that point of entry. Let's see. Back to Zero said, my mom and dad have been looking into their history, and it turns out we're really distant Scottish royalty. Better start calling me me lord now. Yes, me lord. Of course, me lord. I will be happy to. Sander Oman said, okay. Okay. Welcome in, Sander. We're actually just kind of finished with the cards now, and so I'm just giving this information. Okay, Love Face got it. But yeah, we got a lot of cool stuff today. Again, some kind of secret rare goodness from our Scarlet and Violet, our Paldea cards. Isn't that crazy, you guys? We got Wiglet up in this piece. But yeah, I guess aside from that, we were talking about our family histories, so anybody can share if you want to. course, it's personal for some people, but others may want to share. I was just talking about having Jews on my dad's side of the family. 100% Jewish until my dad's dad. He married a chicks abroad. But, yeah, then on my mom's side, you know, they had like a lot of the poor farm people, but they also had like military families and stuff. I had a guy, Tom, he was would have been my uncle, but he was actually he flew a helicopter. And so it was kind of crazy because I heard that this story, the way that he died was he essentially was, I don't know I don't know the logistics of this, okay? So I don't know why he would be doing this, but there was something that made him stick his head out of the helicopter's, like, the cockpit window over here. Maybe he was getting ready to get out. Maybe he, like, was talking to somebody, but he basically did this motion, and his head got sniped. So he actually was hit by a sniper from the helicopter as it was on the ground. And so, I'm trying to think what wars that would have been. This would have happened like 50 years ago, maybe. What war would that have been? I'm trying to think. But anyway, let's see. Lisa said you loved back east because of all the history. Orinth said, I just came to hang while I eat. Sounds like a lot of cool info now, though. Love Face said Vietnam. It could have certainly. You know, because I was trying to think of, like, the dates of, like, World War II, Korean Wars. I don't think it was the Cold War. And where would there have been, like, a sniper, you know, opportunity that he would have died, I guess, then. But anyway. Shambler said, my last name is King, but not royalty as far as I know. Yeah, you guys be careful sharing your personal info and stuff like that. But yeah, Lisa, that's what I was wondering. You said Korean War, probably. That's so terrible. It is sad. My aunt that I talked to, you know, she's like, it's very weird for her, you know? And that same aunt has lost, I think now, 3 husbands. And one was from the sniper. One died. I think he had like a stroke. I'm trying to remember. He had like a heart attack or a stroke or simultaneously. But like he died after that. And then she is now with another one. So she's had 3 husbands, if that makes sense. I don't think I said 3 husbands died, did I? But yeah. Shamla said such a common last name. I feel like it's like Smith. That's true. It could be too common. But yeah. So yeah, thank you guys for sharing. You know, it's really cool to hear about all of y'all. Do you want to see anything else? Should we do anything else? Maybe now that we have other people in the stream and we've been talking about that too much, I should open one more pack. Why not? Let's do it. I was going to save these for videoage, but let's do it. We'll do another Scarlet and Violet, okay? Just to end things off, hopefully on a happier note than all this, like death. Let's hit up the Miraidon. Let's do it. I'm getting new Pokemon cards anyway, and I think I'm going to get some tomorrow, so hey, it'll be alright, guys. We get to do it anyway. So here we go. The Miraidon pack. We open the Koraidon. If you're brand new to the Scarlet and Violet cards, you know, we usually have to count 4, but no, in this you only count 1 card. That's the card trick. If you want the holo to be in the back, I'm sorry for burping. I'm disgusting. Look at that Rotom. Palpad. I don't remember this being in there. Was that basically like the Pokédex in Scarlet and Violet and Paldea?